done is to give you some statistics. We have a potential revenue collection for TV license of about 50 million. We're currently sitting on 17 million. So what's wrong? And one of the initiatives that you can actually increase the revenue is you let people pay the TV license when they can buy a decoder. Okay, and we estimate, okay, the research, like Russell will tell you, isn't really concrete, but we estimate there's about 66% of the viewers, terrestrial viewers, that need a decoder. So of the 300,000 households in Namibia, 60% of them would need a decoder. Okay, so if we link it to the TV license revenue, we should start seeing a gradual increase in TV license payments over the next couple of years. And this is just another promo that we will be running soon. You are one of the very few to actually see this program.
Do you want your television set to display crisper and clearer pictures with improved sound quality? Remember to renew your television license, then buy a decoder in order to enjoy the benefits of digitalization. For license renewals, visit your nearest NBC or Nictus branch.
Play your part. Pay your TV license.
You'll notice that Suta appears almost everywhere. The idea is to use Suta. Eventually, you'll start having a family, but you'll grow into DTT, and the idea of the mascot is really to get the attention of the public. They love him, number one. When we first launched Suta last year, people love him, so we just decided let's use that concept and link DTT to it as well. So now Suta goes and he goes to the shop, he goes and buys his decoder, scratches his head, how must I? So those are some of the little ideas that we're playing around with and getting information out to the public. Look, it's not easy. When I was at the SABC, the challenges that we faced were mountains, but you can move forward. And I think what's nice with the Namibians is we have a spirit of cooperation, and they just get things done, and that's one thing I like, irrespective of the challenges that we're facing. Okay, so look, it's a small market. I said to you, there's about 300,000 TV viewing households, very little, So the cost of rolling out the infrastructure is about the same as what you're going to pay here in South Africa. But the income is just so small. But this cost, but the income is about that. So, the numbers don't really match up, and it's not that lucrative as if you had to launch a digital TV service in SA. So that's one of the biggest challenges that we're currently facing. Private broadcasters, we developed a signal distribution tariff for them to carry them on the platform. Obviously, it's not affordable to have to pay during dual illumination, to have to pay your analog transmitter costs and your having to be carried on DTT. So that's something that we're grappling with at the moment, and we're looking at ways of trying to either ask for funding for that, let the private broadcasters ask for the funding for that, or find another way around it. And that's something we're also busy trying to sort out. Viewer education, we underestimated it a little bit. Let me just see here. There we go. One of the issues was, we were sitting, myself and the CFO, we were sitting in a meeting with the Ministry of Finance, and the Permanent Secretary said to us, he listened to national radio and he understood exactly what DTT is. Then he tuned to Silosi service, and what this guy was talking was something totally different. So what was happening is the translators were directly translating decoder into what they think it should be, and the meaning is totally different. So we actually had to coach the translators into explaining what DTT is in a specific mother tongue. Silozi, for example, or Nama Damara. This is one of the other languages as well. Also, we thought, put onto the posters only in Windhoek, available only in Windhoek. Apparently that just didn't work. So we had to brief the call center. We also had to brief the people at the point of sale to make it a point. Look here, where do you live? If you live in Windhoek, if you live in Walvis Bay, you won't be able to receive a service. It's only coming later. So little things like that is what we needed to pay a lot more attention to. Skills is still a challenge. We're working on a plan to really groom the broadcast engineers as a bit of a rare commodity in our region. So we want to take guys from school, bring them in, train them up to become broadcast engineers, and we've got a very good systems integrated partner that's helping us with this process.
What's the nature of it?
Okay, Huawei. So that's also something that I think you as a broadcaster need to look at. We thought it would be a great idea to link TV licenses to the decoder sales process, but it was a nightmare to implement. Let me tell you, a nightmare. To get that TV license system to talk to, we outsourced the decoder sales to a company called MobiPay. And for those two systems to talk together and finalizing the business processes behind it, let me tell you, it was, I wouldn't want to go through a process like that ever again. So next steps, we're having the party, hopefully if everything works out on the 27th of November. We're rolling out in the north now in December, as well as at the coast. The transmitter site is called Rossi, and it will cover the areas of Walvis Bay and Swakopmund, and maybe parts of Henties Bay further up the coast, north coast, or the Skeleton Coast. We're also launching another service, NBC-3, our entertainment channel, entertainment and sports. That will also happen now in December. Thank you very much. Is that 1 minute? Yes. And as we're speaking, we're publishing an RFQ right now to get someone in to do an economic study to see at what point do we actually stop with terrestrial coverage. Okay, do we stop at the 80%? Or, well, our DGs of the view, you should actually stop at 69%. I said to him, I don't think, let's do an economic study and see what the economics say. And yes, we will definitely look at launching a satellite free access, not free to air. Okay, it will be free access because the free to air platform is not an easy platform to control. The control network is always easy to control. You can also control the evolution of the network and grow the network as you progress. So yes, we're definitely considering that.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Aldred.